The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers documented the Steamlope power struggle. Well, game over, Hope won the Liam Prize. While Brooke is thrilled with her daughter's resultant, emerging family, Ridge is naturally unsettled by Liam's change of mind. Steffi saw Lope's impromptu engagement ceremony while standing in the doorway of her own office. Even though she's given her blessing to this intended nuptial, the view still upset her. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers tease that Ridge is not done and will have a hard time accepting Lope. Thankfully Steffi and Liam later had a heart-to-heart. Steam was terrific, at times. But the Still incident and all subsequent drama that Bill intentionally caused for his son and the woman he was obsessed with, until his recent epiphany, proved to be too much. Being soap, it's always possible that Steam reconciles. But that opportunity feels like it might be at least a year away, if even possible by next summer. In a very touching scene, Liam told Steffi that they would experience Kelly become a toddler, go to preschool, have her first kiss, get married and have children of her own someday, thereby making them grandparents. As Clifton's finally maturing character stated, they aren't a traditional family, but are still family. That's right in the sense that all who understand love know. B&B needed to push into new plot territory. Never feeling to this scribe like a rut, the right amount of time was spent on the created rectangle, meaning Steffi, Liam, Bill, and Hope. Arriving in fresh storyline space, viewers are just beginning to see what options are now open. Steffi will surely have zero problem getting a man, if she wants one. Whether he is a quality guy is another issue. And to be fair, she has at least as much relationship baggage as any current male character, dude who could return to Los Angeles, or a man who simply could be created for Steffi. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest that Steffi's new man has been hired and will prove to make Liam and Bill very jealous. Ridge naturally wants the best for his daughter. He served as Liam's sole, legitimate father figure and has already moved into grandfather protector position. Steffi told her dad how important his presence within the last year has been to her and will surely rely on his ongoing guidance as she strives to become a seasoned parent. As for Lope, their personalities are a match. Hope and Liam's baby should be born in the early part of 2019, if a healthy baby is what TPTB plan. By that time all that's happened through August 2018 will be part of receding history. Here's hoping that all textured characters continue to be written as strongly as they have been through this highly engaging arc. B&B is zooming on all cylinders, easily ranking near, or at the top of daytime. In the CEO's office, Hope said she'd never take her ring off again. She was much more comfortable with the ring Liam had picked out for her than the one he'd gotten for Steffi. Hope couldn't believe it was finally happening, and Liam replied that baby made 3. Steffi slipped away from the office door. Hope decided to head home to tell her mother the news. Liam had a couple things to check for the website but said they could do dinner at later. He decided to go with Hope to walk her out of the building. Once Hope and Liam had gone down the corridor, Steffi slipped into her office. She said that Liam had forgotten his phone. He entered the room, saw her holding it, and said he'd just been returning for it. Liam saw tears on Steffi's face. She pretended nothing was wrong, but when he pressed, she said she'd seen him propose to Hope. Steffi didn't blame Hope for not wanting to wear Steffi's ring. Giving the ring back, Liam said it had been a beautiful gesture. Steffi got that it hadn't been her place and wondered if Kelly would want the ring someday. Liam thought it was a good idea and said they'd all be okay. Steffi knew it, but it was hard to accept a future alone with Kelly while Liam moved on with Hope and her baby. It was the right choice for Steffi but the hardest thing she'd ever do. She said she wouldn't look back. Steffi said that too much had happened, and it couldn't be taken back. She wished she could. I never would have gone to your father. I would have stayed by your side, she said. Liam replied that he knew. Stick it out. Talk it through. Hold each other even when it seems impossible, Steffi stated. She wanted that for Liam and Hope. Liam thanked Steffi. He wanted it for her and the right man when she was ready, and he was glad that she'd figured it out that it hadn't been his father. Steffi said she didn't know what she'd been thinking, she'd just been in shock after seeing Liam with Hope. Liam said Steffi wished she could take back the night in the guest house, and he wished he could take back Steffi seeing him with Hope and any other time he'd hurt Steffi. She replied that they'd hurt each other too much, but they had to be the best example for their daughter. It would be only love, even when they were apart, and they'd always have that. Steffi was glad to have her ring back. It was part of her and Liam's history, and Kelly deserved to have it. Steffi felt that Kelly deserved to know that she hadn't been a mistake, and her parents had been meant to be for a short time. Liam said they'd make sure Kelly knew, and they had stories, their wedding being one. A flashback played of the Australia wedding. Liam said that they didn't have to sweep it under the rug or pretend it hadn't been real. He thought they should keep their story alive for Kelly. Steffi decided to keep her ring in a safe place until she could give it to Kelly one day. Liam didn't think there was a better role model for Kelly than Steffi, the tough, single, working mother. He'd never seen anyone more prepared for what life threw at her, and he believed Kelly would soak it up. Steffi asserted that Kelly's mama didn't need a man to define her. Liam said Kelly wouldn't, either, but just because mama didn't need a man, didn't mean that mama didn't have one. Liam stated that he was a phone call away. He wasn't going anywhere because they were family, even if a non-conventional one. Liam fantasized about watching Kelly grow up. He said she'd meet a man, have kids, and make him and Steffi grandparents. He was amazed that he and Steffi would share in it. He said he would think about what could have been, but he'd always love Steffi, respect her, and be grateful that Steffi was the mother of his daughter. In Brooke's bedroom, Brooke and Rich were in bed. Brooke pulled the silk boxers from beneath the covers and said she'd order plenty of them for her handsome man. Rich replied that he'd only wear them in their bedroom. She called him the sexiest man in the room. Noting that he was the only man in the room, he told her trust him, that no one needed to see that. Rich wished he could go back and tell the young Rich that everything would work out okay. Brooke assumed he meant with their relationship. He said with that and everything. She stated that, even in hard times, they had to remember that there were moments like this one. Rich thought it was cruel that he'd worn Brooke's bedroom in Brooke's bedroom. Brooke noted that it hadn't been called that in a while, but he said the subsequent name, Intimates, didn't have the same feel. Brooke replied that Brooke's bedroom had always been their haven for peace. Rich said they'd always find a place to block at the world. Brooke wondered if it would be so even if Liam and Hope were starting a life together. "Yeah, I wish for that. I really do," Rich responded. Later, Brooke was dressed, and Hope had entered the room. Rich, also dressed, exited the bathroom, and Hope wondered if she'd interrupted them. Brooke said they'd just been deciding what to do about dinner, and Rich asked if Hope would join them. Hope said she'd be having dinner with Liam later to celebrate. Hope held up her hand, and Brooke gasped. She asked if it was Hope's ring. Hope replied that she and Liam were officially engaged. Brooke and Hope hugged as Rich stared at them. Hope appreciated Steffi's ring gesture and Steffi's support. Rich just hoped they were happy. Brooke said they were, or would be, thanks to Steffi doing what was right. Hope stated that she couldn't be more grateful. Later, Hope and Brooke were alone in the bedroom. Brooke believed Rich had appreciated what Hope had said about Steffi. Hoping so, Hope stated that she and Steffi had been at odds for too long, they were stepsisters and would be connected by their children, too. Hope believed that she and Steffi wanted peace and would find it. At Bikini Bar, Katie and Thorne arrived after getting off work earlier. They heard some people being loud and wondered if they should sit with the people who knew how to having fun. Seeing that the people were Sally and Wyatt, Katie started to change her mind. However, Wyatt and Sally spotted Katie and Thorne and was waving them over to the bar.